Uh-huh. Ooh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. Rest assured, Miss Open is fire. Daily categories lifting you higher. Pull up, jump out, open the door. Stay in the know is what we're here for. Non-stop news with traffic jams, it's true. Join the ride, make it do what it do. Opinionated news is here for you. Hot topics dropping, always something new. Stop by the station, speak your mind. Become a traffic jam and leave the noise behind. Opinionated news is the place to be. Hot topics firing, come and join me. I'm Miss Open, ready to claim wealth. Dropping news and gems like I never left. Views that matter, each voice is heard. Let's jam this traffic and spread the word. Discussion's top tier, put your clutch in gear. Buckle up, I'm driving the news all day, every day, getting to the views. Yeah. Opinionated news is here to stay. So beep beep, now get out the way. Remember Miss Open and opinionated news is fire. Like and subscribe to become a traffic jammer. Practice something is fire. Daily categories lifting you higher. Pull up, jump out, open the door. Stay in the know is what we're here for. Non-stop news with traffic jams is true. Join the ride, make it do what it do. Opinionated news is here for you. Hot topics dropping, always something new. Yes, I'm Miss Open, ready to claim wealth. Dropping news and gems like I never left. Views that matter, each voice is heard. Let's jam this traffic and spread the word. Discussion's top tier, put your clutch in gear. Buckle up, I'm driving the news all day, every day, getting to the views. Opinionated news is here to stay. So beep beep, now get out the way. Remember Miss Open and opinionated news is fire. Like and subscribe to become a traffic jammer.
Tonight on Open's Wednesday News, 17-year-old London Thomas from Detroit has been missing since April 5th, 2025. Where is she? On Monday, April 14th, a 6-year-old little boy was struck by an ice cream truck. Lil Nas X has been hospitalized since April 15th, 2025. Today, April 16th, 2025, Bobby Brown appeared on Club Shay Shay. It's time to discuss it. Hello, welcome. Give me one moment. Welcome to Opinionated News. I'm Miss Open. Come in. We're always open. We're here Sunday through Friday, anywhere between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. with various discussions. And so tonight you're tuned in to Open's Wednesday News, the OWN segment. So I have a few stories, and I just want to thank those that are here, which I only see right now is my sister. Welcome, April. Thank you. And you all have to bear with me. Something's going on with my internet. I can tell because my computer froze. Give me just one moment. Not sure what's going on. Hey, Platinum. Hey, sis. Both my sisters. I got my real sis. I got my online sis. I appreciate you all. We're just here tonight doing some news. I got 4 little different stories. Not nothing long, but one of the stories, all of them resonate with me. But the first story is here in Detroit on Monday around 7 p.m. A little boy, 6 years old, was outside playing, and he was struck by an ice cream truck. The driver of the ice cream truck was a 70-year-old man. And so I'm going to show a clip of that and let you all, we'll discuss that. Also, 17-year-old London Thomas has been missing here in Detroit since April 5th, 2025. Her sister dropped her off to have her hair. Well, she went with her older sister to have her hair done. Her sister left from Detroit and dropped her off in Inkster. It's a suburb about 20 minutes south of Detroit. Took her to Inkster to a boyfriend's home, never to be heard from again. But her phone has been pinging behind a school. we'll see the clips in just a moment. And then just to lighten the mood, Bobby Brown was on Club Shay Shay today. I love me some Bobby. It's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. So at the end of the day, we just going to, I don't even have a clip of it. We're just going to talk about it. He didn't say nothing major. They didn't get into the Whitney. I was hoping that they was going to get into Whitney and Bobby Christina or something. He didn't get into it. But we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to also talk about Lil Nas X, who has been hospitalized. And so the story that I am going to start with tonight is going to be the 6-year-old little boy that was hit. So I'm going to show a news clip. But right before I do, even though I did put my disclaimer in my intro, I'm going to flash my disclaimer. So I'm going to go off the screen for just a moment. All right. You got a story about Bobby Platinum? Oh, let me take my little disclaimer down. Which girl, what we know about Bobby? I love Bobby though. Like, one thing about me, I'm an 83 baby, but I had older sisters. So when I'm in the chat, thank you, sis, for being here. I had older sisters, so they listen to all that stuff. You know, they listen to the Bobby, the Belle Biv DeVoes, all of that. So my little 6-year-old behind was right there with them. I was right with them doing everything they did, except for they didn't make me a shirt that said poison. But I ain't going to worry about it. We ain't going to talk about that. We're going to stay on topic tonight. We're going to stay on topic. Welcome, ONR. Who is drug head? ONR, we're not going to do this tonight, but I appreciate you coming in here. But we're going to have to be on topic. Because who is you talking about on drugs? But Platinum said, I met him at Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Girl, I love me some Bobby. Like, he wasn't, out of all of them, he wasn't my crush. My crush was Bobby's replacement, which was Johnny Gill. Y'all, I used to have a picture of him above my bed. But we're going to get into Bobby in a little while. We're going to start. I want to save the fun Bobby and Nas X for the ending part of the live. Rousey, I don't think she's seeing me tonight. I see you. I didn't see anything else. Right? Oh, I did see you up here. Hey, Vibes Queen. Girl, y'all know y'all know what I do for my extracurricular activities. Thank you, Kenyatta, for joining. I thank you. And ONR, you are always welcome to stay. But we got to stay on topic because I get sidetracked and stuff. Thank you, Drill, for being here tonight. So like I told you all, we're going to actually start with the little boy that was here in Detroit. Come to find out, that's only like 7-8 minutes away from my home as well. He got hit by an ice cream truck. So we're going to see that clip, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about it, and we'll move on to London. But I thank you all for being here tonight. Let me get my clip rolling. Just 1 second. Here we go.
This morning, a little boy who lost his life hit by an ice cream truck on Detroit's west side. Mubarak Walid was only 6 years old. Police tell us the driver of that ice cream truck was taken into custody but has been released. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Glenda Lewis. The heartbreaking moments happening just after 7 o'clock Monday night in the area of Tyerman and Rutland. It was an emotional scene for everyone, including the driver who broke into tears. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham on the west side, where he spoke to Walid's father and a family friend about the tragedy that has stunned a community.
I spoke with the father of 6-year-old Mubarak Walid, who tells me in light of this tragedy, people need to slow down and pay attention. The very distraught father directed me to speak with a neighbor on the family's behalf.
He's funny boy and he's too much activity and he lovely. Everyone he love him actually, and he know all the kids' name.
This is 6-year-old Mubarak Walid. His father shared this picture with me. His neighbor Yasser Al-Nahari tells me his son played with Mubarak, who was just 2 months from his 7th birthday when he was hit and killed by an ice cream truck Monday evening.
Somebody called me about the accident happened close to my house. My house is in the back there. And I figured out, I said maybe my son or my neighbor's son. And I run out almost without clothes. I want to see what is the ambulance. And I see the kid is there. He lay down on the floor.
Detroit police say Mubarak was hit near the intersection of Diversey Street and Rutland. Mubarak's father said he was outside playing. We don't know much about the ice cream truck driver or what may have led up to the incident, but we are told the driver is in his early 70s and was crying at the scene. Police took him into custody and said he's being cooperative. As of Tuesday, Detroit police tell me the driver has been released pending further investigation and that no further information would be released at this time. But there is a message Mubarak's family wants to put out there to ice cream truck drivers and anyone traveling down residential streets.
Please drive so slow, especially with the kids. You know, the kids, when he see ice cream, he'd be crazy. You want to jump from everywhere.
And to prevent this from happening to another child as the weather warms up, Al-Nahari wants ice cream truck drivers to rethink how they operate.
You don't have attention. You should be like 2 people in this truck. One, make sure all the kids cut the road is good, and another guy he watched like from another side.
On the west side.
All right, let's get into it, you all. So I want to start by, for those that don't know, I was hit by a vehicle. I wasn't hit by a ice cream truck, but I was hit by a drunk driver. And I'm lucky to still be here to talk to you today. I was not in the road. I was on the porch minding my own business when I was hit by a car. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get into this young man. First of all, y'all know I love my prayers, so let's pray for his whole family. I'm extremely sad that this young baby was just excited to see the ice cream truck, and he's no longer here. Now, ONR wanted to know, why was the baby in the road? And just like any other kid, I'm not sure where his parents was, why he was in the road. Not sure, but they said it was other neighborhood kids out there. Now, what my concern is, did you hear that the driver was a 70-year-old person, and now he's in custody? And that's where my concern comes. A lot of accidents have occurred here in Detroit at the hands of the elderly. They can't no longer see. They can't hear as well. They're driving slow. But granted, in this situation, he needed to be driving slow. He's an ice cream truck. So, and I'm not overlooking you all's comments. I'm just going to flash them. I'm going to talk a little bit, and then we'll get into what you all are saying. Now, at the end of the day, the baby should have probably been in his own yard. The baby probably should have been escorted to not probably, should have. I'm not going to say probably with all of this. The baby should have been escorted to the ice cream truck. No, you never think that a car is going to speed by, a truck's going to speed by and hit your children. But that's why when my child played outside, I was right there. There was no road. Well, we lived, we did live. She had a road, but she knew not to go too far out my yard and all of that. So I'm not sure why the baby was there in the road. Of course, but he's seen the ice cream truck. He could have just shot out. His dad could have been on the porch saying, come back. I forgot the baby's name. I didn't want to demolish the baby name, so I'm just going to call him the 6-year-old because I couldn't say his name. Now, I'm going to jump into y'all comments a little bit. ONR said that CPS needs to be called on his dad for not watching him. Now, of course, the chaplains, everybody came to the scene. The chaplains, not sure about CPS. Now, I'm not sure if this is a CPS call because we can't say that the father was not watching. We don't know. The father could have been sitting on the porch. So, or the mother, or he could have been outside and the neighbor was supposed to have been watching him. I don't know the details of that. I know the baby is no longer here. And my concern is the 70-year-old man that is in custody. And why was he driving obviously fast enough? Because from what I did a little more research and watched a couple of other news clippings. From what I heard, he realized he hit something and he reversed back. So it's like he double ran over the baby. They said it was a horrible scene. Of course, the kids crying, parents, the drivers crying, even the police officers and stuff. It's always sad when the babies are no longer here. So y'all pray for that family. It's okay. Drea Platinum. I'm saying Drea Platinum. I'm reading all y'all comments, but I'm trying to say Raquel, welcome. Thank you. We're just talking about a 6-year-old little boy. He was struck and he's no longer here at the hands of an ice cream truck. A 70-year-old driver behind that truck. So I say all that to say, the same way I do now, she's 15. She's in the process of learning how to drive. She's in the process of getting ready to get her license to get out there on the road. I feel the same way she has to be tested, because when we get older, we go back into baby form. I feel like a law needs to be put in place. I'm not sure if the age should be 60, 65, 70, but a law should be put in place where they need to go and retake these driving tests to make sure, not just go renew your license and look through the little eyeglass thing and walk out. No, get in that car and drive. And let's see that you can still parallel park. Let's see that you can still keep up with the traffic the right way. And maybe, because maybe a lot of more lives will be saved. I'm going to do some research so I can have, like, I didn't have enough time to research everything. I'm going to do some research so I can bring back this information to you all about how many accidents have occurred here in Detroit, just Detroit alone, last year at the hands of an elderly person. So, I just wanted to talk about that. Now, let's see what Platinum said here. At some point, when we get a certain age, we all need to get mandatory physicals every year and road testing. That's what, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I want to reach out to my governor. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've told several people this over the last year and a half, 2 years, and I haven't done it yet. But I think this is my way to go ahead and reach out to the governor and write a nice letter and express my concerns about the elderly on the streets. Now, I am probably an aggressive driver. I'm not going to lie. I'm out there. I'm a little road rager. I'm on people behind. So but I've only been in one accident my whole life. It wasn't the hands of me. But at the end of the day, we have to be more careful. We have to pay attention, because I am guilty now. I stay on the suburb street, but we don't have kids on my streets like that. Most of the houses on my street are abandoned, but the area where he lives, lots of houses, lots of kids. That area consists of most of the Arab community here and the Indian community. Most of them stay in that area. Now, it's a lot of one on street parking. So it's a lot of one ways where the lanes are this small. You can barely get through. So if one car is coming, you got to get on the other side. So, the ice cream truck could have been coming. I'm not sure how the accident occurred. They're investigating the situation. It seems to me, they said they detained the driver. It seems that he's going to be locked up. Seems like he's going to be there. And, I just so pray for him. Like, it has to be, he's 70 for one. You've taken a life. Not only have you taken a life, it was the life of an innocent baby. Granted, it was not intentional. It happened. So I know he has to have some type of detriment going on as he's sitting in the cell and might be sitting there his last of his days. Now, let's see what ONR said. They should charge his father for not watching. You really think they should charge the father? I don't believe so. Anybody else think they should charge the father? Because, accidents happen. Now, like I said, I was hit by a car. The person that hit me, he was in the military. He never served time. He got away. He was actually a drunk driver. He was a DUI. Him, and he had 4 other friends with him. DUI. Jumped out the car, ran. No charge. I don't know. I was young, so I don't know what really happened with that. But they didn't go to jail. Of course, they didn't charge my mom, but I was not in the road. So, and if y'all speaking to my sister April, she probably just came in real quick, and she don't know how to type in this chat and stuff. But that's my real sister, you all. So, if she come in and say something crazy, just pray for her. I love her. She don't be meaning nothing. She just like me. This is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable, Raquel. I don't know. You probably missed the clip. I'm not going to replay that clip because I have 4 stories and I don't want to be here too long tonight. Y'all, I had 2.5 hours of sleep last night. Y'all know we were here. We went to Platinums. We went to Vibes. I rocked out in Vibes. I probably fell asleep the last 10, 20 minutes of Vibes Live. I got up at 6, handled life, work, did my thing. I had to make my little news for y'all today. Your girl tired. So when I say probably 1 hour, your girl probably giving us 1 hour tonight. Just want to let y'all know. So I can be refreshed because I want to tear it up on Friday. Tomorrow is a 10 o'clock live, so I'll be okay. But ONR says, keep children out the road, charge his father. Are you going to keep saying that? I want to hear if anybody else believe that. Anyone driving a school bus or ice cream truck has been trained to look out for children. They have been trained, but he's 70, Raquel. That's why I brought this case out here. He's 70. Now, let me tell you about my granddad. My granddad was, let me see how old he was when he died. I think he was 87. So at 86 years old, my granddaddy got dementia. And of course, but he still had a car, but he wasn't allowed to drive no more. So one night he snuck out and took the keys and then drove, and he did a hit and run. Now, my grandfather never got charged. He went to jail. They got him bonded out, but the case never went any farther because he wasn't here much longer. The dementia got to him, but my grandfather passed. So he was out here being a menace to society. I feel like the elderly driving is a menace to society. But let me read what Rob Quinn said. My grandfather is almost 90 and still be driving. I worry about him even though he's still very sharp. He still cuts his own lawn and everything. Just can't sit down. My grandparents are busybodies. I totally get it. Like my great grandfather, he didn't pass till I was like 10 or 11. And he had just picked me up from school maybe 2 or 3 days before he died. And he was literally 80, 88, 89, 90, somewhere up in there. He was old. But he was still driving to basically his dying day. But we stayed in a smaller town. And speed limit there is 25, 35. Here in Detroit, our freeways are 70. Our residentials maybe 25 and 35, but people not going to 25 and 35. It's only certain areas they're doing that in because the police are sticklers. Here in Detroit, you can really speed straight through Detroit. The police will literally be parked on the side of the street and not mess with you because they got to get ready to go fight some crime out here. They got to run up to a real case. So the traffic in the city of Detroit, now the suburbs, they're going to get you. They're going to get you. I done got some tickets in the suburbs. They will get you. But far as the whole city of Detroit, the police are busy. It ain't many traffic patrollers out there and all of that. But let me get with these comments because once I get this, we're going to move on over to London. That child has been in the road while his drunk dad in cloud nine. You know, we're not going to come up here making allegations. We don't know if that man was drinking. We don't know if that man was in the cloud nine doing something. Like he could have been fixing his son dinner. It was 7 o'clock, you all. It's still daylight. We didn't get dark here today till about 8:45, 8:30. It like literally just got dark outside good. Because I was on the phone with somebody around 7:45, looked at the clock, sun hadn't even set yet. It was still looking nice. But I know he feel bad. Yeah, the old man, the old man has to have, first of all, they say he was crying on the scene. So, and then for him to have to do that, he had to go to, get locked up. And, well, first of all, they took him in for questioning, but I heard they was keeping him detained. More information, if I get more information, because, Detroit, we get one hit or quitter sometimes, and we hear nothing else back. But if I can dig up some more information, it just happened Monday, so I'm quite sure that something should be coming out by now. Tomorrow's Thursday. I did research today. I didn't see anything new. Now, ONR say, I know how it happened. The child ran in the road. That's what happened. Dad was drunk. Charge him too. Boy, I'm not laughing at none of that. ONR, you are hilarious. We don't know that the man was drunk. We not sure if the kid charged in the road or they were already playing in the road. It's plenty times. Hi, Lotus Flower Bomb. I see you. I didn't mean to skip over. It's like my whole thing just jumped, y'all. I'm sorry. Because I was up here, way up here. Give me one moment. I see my chat rolling. Y'all know I'm okay. Here we go. I'm caught up. But at the end of the day, we're not sure if him and a couple of other kids are playing in the road. Maybe he was going after his ball. At the end of the day, like Raquel said, these trained ice cream truck drivers, the school bus drivers, city bus drivers, they are trained to drive the speed limit, to look out for the children. But once again, this is an elderly man. Did he have his glasses on? Do he have cataracts? Could he not hear kids playing because of the ice cream noise truck, the music or whatever? Not sure. Now, was the guy in the ice cream truck drunk? We don't have no proof of that, Raquel. He was 70. This is ONR in here doing some allegedly stuff. So this is allegedly on what ONR is saying. Okay, he probably did run in the road, but I'm not sure. Nobody said that he ran in the road. Now, kids always run to the ice cream truck, though. The driver knows that. That's my point. So I'm not sure if he hadn't served the baby. Like, he could have served them all and thought everybody was gone and the baby was still there and the baby dropped something, dropped his ice cream. I'm not sure of the details. They're still investigating that part. But at the end of the day, it's sad. And I still, I empathize with his family. But I also empathize with the 70-year-old. Like, I don't, of course, we know it wasn't intentional. He didn't go out there like, well, I'm going to hit a kid today. But to know that his mental health, he might have to spend the last of his days in the big house. This may cause him some health issues where it may send him out of here tomorrow. Now, some people 70 get around good, and as somebody 40. That is true. My mom will be 70 in a couple of weeks, and my mom still gets around after beating stage for lung cancer. She's trying to go back to work and stuff. We like, lady, chill out. You're doing the most. So, but she drives like this. My mom got the glasses. She older now. We can't be doing that, so I'm not sure if that's what he was he was doing. But at the end of the day, the baby's no longer here at the hands of a 70-year-old that probably should not have been behind the wheel. Boy, dad looked scared. Now, that was not his dad on the news clip. They said the dad was so broken up that he couldn't speak. That was the neighbor. The neighbor ran out the house after hearing the commotion. He said he was almost naked. He didn't really have all his clothes on. And that's so he was speaking up for the family because the family is devastated. They're not able to talk. But I thank you so much. Thank you, Lotus Bomb, for coming in and vibing with us tonight here at the news station. We have a couple of more stories we're going to try to get into in just a moment. Our speed limit on most interstates, ours is either 55 or 70. Those are our speed limits. Now, I'm guilty. 55, I'm riding 65. 70, I'm riding 80. I know 10 miles over the limit, normally they don't mess with you. My ex used to be a police officer, and, so up here, they ain't really going to mess with you. So I'm riding. But, like I said, I haven't been in an accident, but that don't mean I can't get in, I've only been in one, but that doesn't mean I can't get in one. It's plenty mornings where I'm rushing, I'll wake up late, but I got to get my baby to school on time. Like, anything can happen. So, like, I have to be more careful. I'm going to be more aware of myself and what's going on around me, because I know what it's like to be hit by a car. Luckily, I survived, and I'm able to sit here and tell you all my story. But it took the whole 1992. I was laid up in a bed somewhere. Cass couldn't walk. I was a 8 going on 9-year-old little girl, and I didn't get to enjoy 1992 like everybody else. Y'all know 1992 was a good year. But thank you all for coming up in here. I do thank you. Now, I'm going to make sure y'all don't have anything else to say. I don't want to stay stuck on this. We're going to pray for the family. We're going to, pray for the man that's in jail. And we're going to try to move over to my next topic in just a moment, which I'm just want to catch up with the chat. I see y'all all speaking. I'm just really going to skip over that. But I love that y'all all speak and love on each other here in the chat. Makes me feel great. But I tell you, this double clicking will set you off. Okay, his dad was scared to talk. Boy, you are funny, O&R. I'm not gonna talk about that man. I don't know nothing about that dad. All I know is the baby is no longer here, so I'm not gonna talk about what the daddy did. All I know is the daddy is hurt, the mom's hurt. He probably had siblings. Not sure of all of that yet. Like I said, this just happened on Monday. And let's see what else he said. Oh, his dad didn't want to talk because he was guilty. CPS. How about go on and call him? They find the news clip, and I'm quite sure it's going to tell you exactly where they at. Okay, it's Mels. I had to read that real quick. Hey, y'all, Bobby is here. I'm on his phone. So, hey, Bobby and Mels. Welcome. We were just talking about a little boy that got struck by an ice cream truck, no longer here, by a 70-year-old man, now in custody. Now, but we're going to be moving on over to this case. Now, you all probably have seen this case circulating all over your social medias. It's a big case here. But the baby's still missing. And I had to do a lot of research on it. And I'm still having to do a little more research. If you were here Sunday on My Family Isn't Family Anymore, that family of 5 where the pow happened, I was watching I was doing research last night, come to find out this little girl may be connected to that family. And so we're going to talk about it. But I don't have all that information about the connection yet. So I really don't want to speak on it until I know I have my facts. But thank you all for coming in. I'm going to flash my disclaimer real quick, and we're going to move over to London. London is a 17-year-old little girl. She lives here in Detroit, Michigan. Well, I'm not going to say a little girl, young lady. It's becoming confusing with London's story. It's seeming like London might have 3 dads out here. 3 people are out here claiming to be London's dad. It's a big story. I can't find my disclaimer. Oh, here we go. Just want to flash that between each one of my segments. I just want to flash it to make sure we're safe. All right, give me one moment. I'm gonna take that off. You say where you live is zero crime, ONR? Well, I stay in the hood of Detroit where all the crime happened. But you know what? When I first moved over here, I've been here this is my 5th year. I used to hear gunshots all the time, like at least 3-5 times a week. I haven't heard any this year, besides New Year's Eve when everybody was popping off. So, and they've been doing a lot of gentrification in my area, a lot of cleanup. But like I always tell y'all, I stay in the hood of Detroit. So, but I'm trying to see what y'all got going on here real quick before I move over to London. Okay, y'all just talking. All right. So I'm going to play. I have 4 different clips about London. I'm going to start off with my first clip of them just expressing that London went missing. London went missing. Her name is London Thomas, 17 years old, here from Detroit, Michigan. She went missing on April 5th. And you'll listen to the news clipping and it'll tell you everything you need to know. And then we're going to talk about it. So let me get to the clip. I want to start with, just want to make sure I got the right one. Because it's 3. Okay, let me tell y'all before I play this. There's a clip with her mom and obviously her mom's partner, husband. There's another clip with her dad. One of the guys named Cedric Salisbury. Cedric Salisbury saying that he's her father with the grandmother. Now, it's another guy that's connected with the family from the 5 that is been on social media on Facebook. I don't have all the clippings for that yet, so I'll do more research because I'm going to stay on London's case. And I'll do more research, but that guy lives in Atlanta, but he is from here, but his address is connected to where the 5 people got, had the pow going on, and he's claiming to be London's father, and his last name is Thomas, just like hers. So that's where my connection is. So right now, London has a stepfather, a father, her mother, and another father that's claiming to, be her father. So let me see what y'all comments say. I want to make sure everybody just speaking. Oh, you live in the middle of nowhere, ONR. Okay, so I'm about to play the clip, y'all. I'm going to disappear. This first clip is going to be the clip with her mom.
I wouldn't wish this. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
This is one of the most difficult weeks for the family of London Thomas, the 17-year-old known for her big personality and passion for all things hair.
She's this big, but she ate this big.
April 5th, around midnight, is the last time her mother says she saw London. The teen ended up going to an older sibling's house to fix her hair. Hours later, the sister reportedly took her to a home in Inkster.
She didn't receive a call saying, hey, come get me, and that her phone was pinging some weird place in some park.
Around 10 Saturday morning, they say London's phone pinged in Westland. That's when her mother and biological father went to local police.
And then I also went to Detroit because we live in Detroit.
Her family tells me they've searched high and low for the teen. They say she did have a boyfriend, but still, no leads have led them to finding London.
Nobody has accused anybody of anything, not our family. Yeah. We just want her home. If anybody's pointing fingers, it's people online. It's not our family.
As news spreads about the case on social media, it leaves the family in shock. They say London will turn 18 in just a few weeks.
I just don't know why this is happening to us. I don't understand.
Police have remained tight-lipped on the case thus far. London's family tell me multiple agencies, including the FBI, are now involved.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot for us all.
It's been a nightmare.
Now, London's father has planned a community search party for Saturday. It's set for noon at Cooper Upper Elementary.
Okay, you all. We're going to get into it. Let me get back to my comments. Y'all speak. I see y'all speaking to Marcus. Let's see what's going on. What Mark? Oh, thank you, Marcus, for joining. I'm finishing up and edit, but I'm just tapping in. Thank you. I'm just out here reporting some news. That's it. Just giving out some news. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. All right. So that's all y'all was doing. Okay. So yes, let's talk about little Miss London. Now we said she's 17. Not sure because she could have graduated the year that came if she's still in school or not. They're not saying. Now, when I play this next clip, this clip is going to be of her father and her grandmother. Now, the father said that she's involved with an older man. Not sure, they didn't say an age, but her older sister did her hair and dropped her off somewhere and was supposed to pick her up. Now, I heard this was at midnight, 12 o'clock at night. Her sister was dropping her off somewhere and was supposed to pick her up. When her sister didn't hear from her, of course, she called her sister, no answer. She checked location. Her phone is somewhere else. It's in Westland. Inkster and Westland are connecting cities, but it's 10-15 minutes, 10-minute part. They connect. So I'm going to play the next clip because I want to try to play all 4 clips and we can discuss it all the way around. But I want to see what y'all are saying real quick. Oh, my sister did some research. Look at my sister. My sister did some research down here. Yes, bring her home. Girl, send me that tea. Where you get that tea from? Reporting live from my sister said the ice cream killer is out of jail. And don't put keep that word out of there. I might have to remove your comments, sis. There's certain words we can't say on YouTube. But I thank you. You did some research. I teach my people well, y'all. Lotus Flowerbomb said, I pray that the Most High surrounds her and keeps her protected and she returns home safely. Amen. Yes. I really, but we're going to play this next clip. It's 4 different clips because I want to gel this whole story together because that's just not everything. So I'm going to play the next clip with her dad. Yep, look at my sister coming through with the T vibes. And you say the ice cream trucks were suspect back in the day. Girl, I don't know. I just remember having my little quarter running to the because that's all we could get was a quarter each. My mama take that dollar, quarter, so I had to get the little push pop. But I was happy. But at the end of the day, we're gonna go ahead and move on over and play this clip with London. The guy, his name is Cedric Salisbury. They're saying that that's the biological father and his mother. We're going to play that clip next.
Desperate search for missing teenager whose family believes she could be in danger. Good evening and welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford. Tomorrow marks 1 week since London Thomas was last seen. She left her home in the area of Margarita and 5 Points on the city's west side. She went to visit her boyfriend in Inkster. 7 News Detroit reporter Carly Petrus has the plea for answers as loved ones pray for her safe return.
I'm here on Carlisle Street in Inkster. This is where 17-year-old London Thomas was last seen. Her family handing out these flyers to try to stir up some leads in her disappearance.
I can't do nothing without my daughter.
Desperate pleas coming from a father to find his 17-year-old daughter.
It's been the hardest thing I ever had to face in my life. I've been out days looking by myself, no help, no nothing.
Cedric Salisbury says his oldest daughter, London Thomas, has been missing since Saturday. He says it's not like her to just disappear for a few days.
London is not a runaway. London calls me every day. Me and my daughter are like this. She called me for everything. This is not normal behavior for her.
Police say London was last seen with her boyfriend on Carlisle Street in Inkster, wearing pink Croc shoes, black leggings, and a dark-colored hoodie.
She has a tattoo on her left side of her neck of a colorful butterfly.
Friends and family coming together Friday to support each other during this difficult time.
That's my baby.
London's grandmother, Justina Martin, believes the teen could be in danger based off data from a shared cell phone plan that shows her phone was last active behind a school in Westland.
Why do you believe that?
Because she was let out at one place and her phone was at another place.
So it's that phone, that ping is
it's
what...
that ping And I know my grandchild, she would have called me or her father.
Inkster Police Chief Tamika Jenkins tells me they can only share limited information at this time, but they're committed to transparency and will provide updates when they're available, asking anyone who has information to call the department or FBI.
I need answers. I need to know where she at.
London's family says no matter what, they're determined to bring her home.
We're not going to quit. We're not going to quit.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and follow with this last clip I have of the search party. The father drops a little more information in there, and then we're going to talk about it. So let me play that.
Search for a teen from Inkster, the search party made up of family and friends working to find this young person who vanished, apparently without a trace, a week ago. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek has more on their unrelenting push to bring London Thomas back home.
I don't wish this on no one. It's the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, but we're not going to stop looking.
A father's desperate search for his daughter, 17-year-old London Thomas, who was last seen Saturday the 5th. Family and friends scouring through woods, through wetlands, through abandoned trailers.
Not back here. However, there's empties up that way.
Focusing on the areas near Cooper Elementary School in Westland, where her father, Cedric Salisbury, says her phone last pinged. What are your thoughts on this place? I mean, there's a lot of woods, there's a river.
Lot of Royal Cemetery. It's definitely creepy. I think we just need to step up the search even more.
London was last seen April 5th on Carlisle Street in Inkster. Salisbury says she may have been visiting an older man.
I personally don't know, but from my understanding, she was talking to a much older guy, and she was a minor. And ever since that, we have no more clues or any details. But that was the last person she was known to be seen with.
Inkster police investigating alongside Detroit Police's missing persons unit. Fox 2 saw numerous police vehicles on Carlisle on Friday. As for this father and these volunteers, they plan to continue searching and praying for answers for
as long as it takes, as long as maybe we can find some updates or leads or anything. People might know something, they can come talk to me personally. We're going to just keep the efforts going as long as we can.
In Westland, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
All right. So, like as we see, this happened on the 5th. On the 11th was the news clippings that came out because she was not reported missing. They didn't see her since the 5th when her sister dropped her off. On the 8th is when they reported her missing. And on the 11th is when it all broke on the news. Even though social media was already talking about it a little bit, of course, her family was putting the missing poster signs out. But she's 17. I don't care. They say she's turning 18 in a couple of weeks. That's neither here nor there. She's still a baby. She still is missing. And what happened to her? Now, in that first clipping, the emotions of the mom and the stepfather were a little wishy-washy for me. Not putting this is my opinion, not saying they're guilty of anything, but it was a little wishy-washy. The father at times seemed a little wishy-washy as well. So I'm not sure what's going on. Hadn't heard anything from the sister. But why is her phone pinging at Westland, but no one can find her? She was dropped off in Inkster. Now, like I said, that's a good 10 minutes. The cities do connect, but the driving is a good about 10 minutes. So at the end of the day, did this older gentleman do something to her? Or did she just freely run away? Because that's what, but like they said, the dad said he talks to his baby every day. He says that, she's not a runaway. So where is she? It has been now 11 days. The baby been missing 11 days. That's the only search party they did. They did that search party this Saturday that passed. I believe this Saturday was the 12th. If don't count me on that, but I believe it was the 12th. So at the end of the day, where is London? Somebody needs to bring London back because the stories aren't adding up. And then, like, her last name is Thomas. When I get more information, I'm going to try to bring that out on Monday. I do Open Discussion Detroit on Monday. I'm going to continue to dig because I want to know. I I'm gonna shout him out. Family TV, somebody here on YouTube. He's covering the story. He had a little more better clips than I had of the deep down in the case and in the search party. But he's, like he said, he's connected. He found out the real address. He did his research, and for somehow the real father, his name is Damon Thomas. He's saying that that's his child. He lives in Atlanta. He's gonna make his way to Detroit soon, but at the end of the day, he's saying that that's his child. So right now, London has, like I said, the stepfather, the guy Cedric Salisbury that says he's her biological father, and Damon Thomas, which I personally couldn't find him on Facebook. But the guy Family TV, if you want more information on this case while I'm still digging into this case, look into Family TV. He's over there doing great things. Now, y'all know I'm nosy, so that's how I found that out. Yeah, I was digging. But like I said, I don't want to be here too long. I'm going to move on over and talk about Lil Nas and Bobby Brown, and we're going to be getting up out of here. I just want to bring awareness to London's case and her story, because we're going to continue to follow it. We're going to continue to pray for her mom, her dad, her other dad, pray for her sister, any siblings that she may have. Let's pray for the person that may have done something to her, because we're not sure where London is at the end of the day. Yeah, thank you so much, Drea. Thank you. I never ask. I be forgetting. I just type it in the beginning. Can you all please hit the like button for Miss Open? I do want to get in the algorithm one day. I'm not in the algorithm. And I think I'm not in the algorithm because YouTube don't know where to put me. Because I've been more like, since I came back, a variety channel. So I don't think they know where to put me. So if you all pretty much hit that like button for me, it'll be greatly appreciated. But thank you so much, Drea. But that's all I pretty much have on London for tonight. I just wanted to show those clippings, talk about it for a second. And my next thing is Lil Nas X. Y'all know Marcus. A shout out to Atlanta Street Interviews. He interviewed his mom probably a month ago, maybe. I watched the interview maybe a month ago. And his mom is out there struggling in addiction and everything. And at the end of the day, that's not the focus. Lil Nas X is in the hospital. I believe he's only 24 years old. I don't have the clip. I have it on my phone, but I didn't get a chance to put it in here. But you can find it on Instagram. But something's going on with the right side of his face. Something going on. Was that the right? Maybe the left side. So he's believing that he had a stroke. So if you go watch the little clip, which I wish I could show you all, his face is something like this. But he's still able to talk. So he's hospitalized, you all. So we're going to pray for Nas X. Pray for Lil Nas X, that because he's a young man, whatever's taking over his body, he can gain control and move forward. Bell's palsy. It's called Bell's palsy. I had it when I was younger. Okay. Like this just happened yesterday. And he made an Instagram in the hospital, saying he didn't know what was wrong. But I've heard of Bell's palsy. I don't personally know, what causes it or anything. So if you have a little more information, Drea, that'd be great. I like to know stuff. One thing about me, I like to learn. But like I've heard of the disease or whatever, but I've never encountered anyone with it. And I didn't know he was thinking he had a stroke. And I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. So y'all pray for Lil Nas X. And then we're supposed to talk about Bobby Brown. And I was going to show a couple of clips. But when I watched it, because I knew it was going to premiere today. So I went ahead and said, I'm going to talk about Bobby tomorrow. But when I went and watched it, Bobby wasn't talking about nothing. Bobby sitting there all chunky, y'all. Bobby all thick, round in the gut, looking good. Talk about he be cooking. So for the last 5 years, Bobby Brown has some type of food going on somewhere. It's something, BobbySomething.com. Bobby out here doing his big one. I did not know that Bobby had a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 9-year-old. I knew about the 15-year-old, but I didn't know about the 8 and 9. But I was reporting on it because I thought that he was going to give me some tea that we didn't know about Whitney or something to Shannon, but they didn't even talk about Whitney. Now, Drea say they don't know what causes it. Okay. You say I still have a little bit of paralysis from it. Oh, so it causes like you to be paralyzed. Is it like your whole side of your body, or is it just your face, or is it your arm? Like, I don't know. But I thank you all for my traffic lights. Thank you, Vibes Queen, for my traffic lights and my people that's been coming in and out and being consistent and sticking with me. You all know where you're at. You're at Opinionated News. This segment here, Wednesday night, open Wednesday news. The OWN segment, we're normally here anywhere between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. You can always come in because we're open and I'm Miss Open. Y'all know I do my little free promo in the middle. Just the whole side of your face. Okay. Like I probably have encountered people with Bell palsy because I've seen people with the side, face. But one thing about me, like I'm not judgmental on things like that. One thing about me, I accept people with all disabilities, all whatever you got, you're a person. I accept you around me regardless. But when I do see, somebody, I like to pray for people. It's weird. I like to pray. I'm a prayer, so I like to bring stories where we got to pray for somebody. We got to love on somebody. It's something that I can connect with. Like the first story connected with me because I was, hit by a car. London's story connect with me because I would too as a 17-year-old girl out there talking to older men, and I could have ended up missing. So at the end of the day, Lil Nas X story really don't resonate with me, but he's young. He's a young man, and he's, sick and going through something. Put your prayers out there for him. And Bobby Brown, we ain't got to pray for Bobby, but we're going to pray for Bobby. Bobby over there looking good, eating good. I'm proud of Bobby. Now, Lotus Flower Bomb say, I pray healing upon everyone who needs healing at this time. May the Most High God keep y'all protected, uplifted, and encouraged. Love, light, healing to everyone and your families. Thank you so much, Lotus. I see you in all the chats, spreading love and positive vibes everywhere. I love it. Continue to come sprinkle some over here. Did you ever see that Tasha K interview with Bobby Brown's sister? I have, girl. I ain't never seen a Tasha K anything. Nope. One thing about me, and I'll never forget when I came out doing the news. So I'm not gonna say which person did it, but one of the content creators came up under there talking about everybody want to be a Tasha K, and I started cracking up because I was like, I don't even know who Tasha K is. So, but at the end of the day, like I'm not a gossip channel. I'm not here to gossip. I'm a news. People were getting confused on what news and gossip is, but I'm not a gossip channel. I'm an awareness channel. I'm a variety channel. I'm a news channel. But I've never seen nothing Tasha K did, girl. But I can imagine. So did she give some good tea on what Bobby had done? But like Bobby was saying, like Shannon did ask Bobby, like, what's something that people, don't know about you? And he was like, he was quiet. And you would think like Mr. Personality, it was his prerogative, what was the other one? Don't be cruel, all that stuff. And you know how he used to jump out on the stage, but he's sort of similar to how like Beyonce, how she got Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. So he was pretty much explaining, that's just his stage persona, that he's really a cool, chill person. And if y'all remember, I don't know if y'all seen all them little documentaries with Whitney and Bobby and all that stuff. But remember they had their little show back in the day. I want to say that was probably like 2007, 8, somewhere early up in there, early 2000s. But like you can tell that he was probably more reserved. Like Whitney was the crunk one. Whitney was always the one, come on, Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. Like she was the crunk one. And so, normally it's always a yin to the yang. But you say you don't trust nobody in Bobby family. You see, I haven't dug really deep into Bobby like that. I just think he was going, and they didn't even really get deep into his family life. You know how Shannon normally will go into your family life a little bit? They only talked about his now current family. They didn't go into childhood a little bit. Because as I watched that, I had never watched Damon Wayans. It clicked on. So I continued to watch a little bit of it. I want to finish it because I love Damon Wayans. I love all the Wayans. And y'all know I like to bring fun stuff too. So I don't like for stuff to just be sad. And so I'm sad I don't have my little clippings and I can laugh and joke. But I'm going to bring a little bit of the Damon video because it was very interesting. And I'm also, because right now, Damon stole one of his brother's girlfriends. And so claimed Marlon, that's what Damon do. Damon is a Virgo man. If y'all heard about them Virgo men, they ain't no good, y'all. So we're going to find out. But Drill, who got that? I just found out about that 3 years ago. You can get that out of the blue. Get what? She said some real dark stuff. Was you trying to get the video? Yeah, Raquel, it was hard to believe some of the stuff she was saying. I'm gonna go look that up. Y'all, like, I don't really watch Tasha K like that. Like, one thing about me, I'm not a gossiper, believe it or not. Like, I like to have fun. I like to do whatever. But I really am not a gossiper. I don't just be spreading, the news or the tea around like that. I like to just bring awareness. So what I really watch are like crime shows, reality TV. Like I'm real big on reality TV. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm definitely watching something reality. Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm Married to Medicine gone off. I'm watching things like that. But I don't know if y'all watch it, because I would like to bring a sitcom day where, we all watch a sitcom and then we get up here and talk about it. But I'm not sure if most of you all venture off of YouTube, because I do. I be out on all the networks. Now, let's see. I love that show and their dynamic. You can see that they loved each other. Their relationship is a prime example of a twin flame connection for people who resonates with that. Yes, ma'am, Lotus Bomb. At the end of the day, like I love me some Bobby and Whitney or whatever. Granted, it was a toxic couple, but let it be known, y'all know Whitney was the one that got Bobby out there on the drugs. I'm just gonna let that be known. Like, it was not Bobby. Like, yeah, he probably got into it and stuff, but Whitney was already doing drugs before she met Bobby, and that's how Bobby got on it. But looking at Bobby today, Bobby looks clean. Bobby looks healthy. Bobby looking good. He said he was 56 now. So Bobby doing his big one. He ain't been in no trouble. Y'all know Bobby used to get locked up every year. Bobby Brown going to jail. I love Married to Medicine, Raquel. I'm so mad they gone. But next year, if I'm still going to be here. So next year, if y'all still around, like long as guys see my life, I'm definitely going to review them. Because if y'all remember, right before I stopped doing the news, I knew the show was coming on, and I told you all to start watching it because I was going to do reviews on it, and then I ain't come back until the middle of the season, so I was like, darn. But Plaid, I had over 20 years ago, and I still have. Y'all talking about the Bell's palsy? Okay, like, so let me ask about that. It can reoccur. Is it a cure, or is it just some treatment? I like to know. Now, Vibes Queen say he do look healthier besides the extra pounds. I like one thing about me, I'm a chubby chaser, y'all. So Bobby 1989 or Bobby 2025, give me Bobby 2025. He had his little gray hairs peeping through, his little chocolate skin. Now, Bobby ain't fine now, but he got the dad vibe going on. I'll take Bobby. Give me Bobby 2025. Y'all can have the 89, 91, 2000 Bobby. I don't want him. I want the one today. I don't want Bobby. I'm just joking. Okay. Oh, okay, Drea. Rock was that's something anybody can get. Yeah, I'm just I want to know a little more about it, because I did not know that's what Lil Nas had. Like, I just knew that he was hospitalized. He said he had a stroke, but I can tell it wasn't a stroke because he was still talking, like a full stroke. So that's the story they're telling now. I believe Whitney was on drugs before Bobby, but I don't believe she got him into it. Oh, I know she was on it before him because she used to do it with her brother. So I know she was on drugs, but you think Bobby was on drugs already too? And then they I don't know. But I think it was Whitney. Whitney was hell. Like, I loved her to death. Like, R.I.P. to Whitney. Like, I really love Whitney. I was a big fan. And I think she was a great actress, a great songstress. She's great all around. Drugs will take out the best of us. And if you allow it to, and all of that. And so, even though her case to me is still a mystery, and it's been 13 years now that Whitney been gone, because she left in 2012, and it's still a mystery. Oh, it's no cure that I know. Okay, it's no cure for it. So, but it's temporary. Okay, let me get in it. I think it's something in common they had. Yeah, that is something they had in common. But like, I think it was Lotus that said something about the connection being a twin flame. It was like a twin flame. And see, I like twin flames, and every guy I had was my twin flame. I don't like guys that are like me. Like, one thing about me, I'm too crunk. That's why I always talk to beta guys, because I have been the alpha female. So I try to talk to beta guys, and I noticed that don't work for me. So even though they say opposites attract or whatever, I also think attracts, the same attract. So this time around, I'm trying to go outside of my box. But this is not the love segment, but y'all be here tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about, does size matter? Men, that conversation is for you too. We want to know the body of our body type, size. Does it matter to you? Ladies, we're going to be talking about, does the size matter, you know? And we're gonna try to keep it clean as possible, because this is YouTube. We're gonna try to keep it clean. But y'all know, towards the weekend, Miss Open started getting a little fun, and she like to do some things and be a little nasty from time to time, as she is not being nasty in real life, y'all. So, but be here for the old segment tomorrow. Now, okay, it can be temporary, and then Raquel said it depends. Drill say there's no cure, but you can do things to help. Oh Lord, that chat jumped all the way up there as soon as I was reading it. That's why I don't like this laptop chat. Okay, there's no cure, but you can do things to help. It's highly unlikely to catch twice. Oh, okay, so it's like a treatment, but I mean, it's no cure, but it can be treated, but it can reoccur. Something like, what is it? I know it's not like shingles, but like my mom had shingles, but then her shingles came back again. She had shingles twice. And I know that come from the chicken pox and stuff or whatever, but Bobby looks like TD Jakes. Yes, that's Raquel. But you are correct. That's the perfect like the perfect gel. He's definitely looking short and fat like Cedric. But I love Cedric. I think Cedric's so handsome, y'all. I've always loved Cedric. Now we're gonna leave TD Jakes. We just gonna pray over him. But yeah, if they had a baby, it's definitely Bobby Brown. Girl, when he woke up with that, when he woke up with that, I was like, who you? Girl. Let's see. Contagious probably in the bushes looking like what she said. She wants Bobby. Contagious, not your Bobby. No, not your Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown, Contagious. I don't want no problems, Melanie. We talking about Bobby Brown. I forgot about Bells and Bobby. Nope. I call him OG Bobby Johnson from like the South Central. So she'll know if I was talking about her Bobby. It's totally gone now. Okay, y'all talking about the Bell's palsy. Justin Bieber just had Bell. Oh, girl, I ain't seen Justin Bieber in a long time. My baby used to like him. She ain't said nothing about him in a minute. Okay, Platinum left my ass off. I got that the day before. I was standing up in my cousin's wedding. Girl, the pictures, my poor cousin. Oh. So it came back 20 years later. Y'all know I be acting up. Yes, you acting up vibes. I just happened to read that. I'm like, no, not that Bobby. Bobby Brown. My main man. Body size, yep. Yeah, like we're gonna talk about it. That's just something I want. Even though I think I know the answer that most men. If I ain't talked to my normal co-host, I ain't talked to neither one of them. Hadn't talked to Mike, ain't talked to Brooks. So I'm gonna reach out to both of them tomorrow and see if they don't mind hitting the panel to give me a male perspective. And at Atlanta Street Interviews, Marcus, if you're in here and you want to hit the link tomorrow and give us a perspective on the size matter to you, which I think I probably already know your answer already, but I want to grab a couple of men folk, and any men O&R, you can come in the chat tomorrow and stay on topic, please, and don't be here accusing that man. And tell us what you like. Now, the morning I woke up and I looked in the mirror, I thought I was dying. Oh, like I don't have too many ailments. I was saying it in Marcus' chat not too long ago, like to be 41. I'm pretty much like, I don't have back pains, no leg pains. I can eat whatever I pretty much want. Everything's good. So I don't know when my old age is going to come. Like I'm starting to see it in my face now. For a while I didn't see it. I'm like, oh, I ain't aging. But now I'm starting to see that I'm pushing my 40. I'm fine with that. But as far as my body itself, I work pretty good. Like I'm pretty strong, and and I don't work out, and I really don't have no need to, but I will if they say I have to. But I've never done a sit-up, y'all. Okay, let's see. Hold on, Platinum. I have never had chicken pox. Well, y'all good. Y'all shouldn't get the shingles. If y'all ain't, I had chicken pox. I was probably 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. So I might be up for shingles. Let's see now. I see brown eye. Lord Jesus. If it's not about my content, we don't do it over here, brown eye. So I'm gonna read it. I'm keeping my eyes closed, but I don't know what you be saying. Let's see. But welcome. I'm glad you unblocked me so I can see your stuff now, Brown Eye. Thank you. Vibes Queen, delete all your videos because this is not the forum for that. I'm gonna delete that comment. Thank you. How do I do that? Let me take it off the thing. But this is not a space. I don't do street sector stuff over here, Brown Eye. Obviously you ain't been paying attention, but thank you so much. Have a great day. Now, that's because he's a junkie now. Okay. Brown Eye, have a great day. I don't block people, and I ain't timing you out. I ain't doing none of that. But this is not the forum. This is not the space to come over here bringing the street sector drama. This is the space where my street sector people get tired of the drama, where they can come and relax, have some good conversation, find a good discussion, chill, come party on Fridays, and relax. This is not the space for you to be running over here gossiping and doing all that bull crap, Brown Eye. I like you. I'm messy too. I like, but this is not the messy space. Okay. Get somebody else to do it. Find another place to do it. But we appreciate you. But thank you for, all you have to do is say, Vibes, can I talk to you? But I don't want them people names in my chat. I don't want none of that shit over here. Because this time around, Miss Open might have to drag people, but I won't be here. I will go to my backup channel, Opinionated News Station channel. And then I can do some stuff, but I want to keep this channel. I've worked hard on my content here. My hours doing good. I don't want the mess. Because y'all know I like to fight in real life. I'll pull up. I belong in the Mo 3 sector. Okay, that's because, who a junkie now? I done got confused on my welcome, Warrior. Thank you. Girl, I ain't even about to be here too much longer, Warrior. We had talked about, I'm going to give a rundown. It was a little baby, 6-year-old little boy, struck by an ice cream truck on Monday here in Detroit. He's no longer here. The ice cream truck driver was 70 years old. They took him in custody, but according to my sister, who went and did some research while we were on live, she said they released the 70-year-old man. I'm going to make sure all that is accurate, so that's allegedly for now. Then we talked about London Thomas. 17 years old here out of Detroit. She's been missing since April 5th. No one has seen her. Her sister took her to get her hair done, picked her up, and dropped off to a boyfriend's home. They're saying the boyfriend may be an older man, and she hasn't been seen since. But her cell phone is pinging behind some school, and people have been looking for her cell phone, and we're going to pray for both those families. And then we just talked about Lil Nas X, and he was being hospitalized. We found out here in the chat that he's suffering with Bell's palsy, and we're going to pray for him and pray for healing over him. And then we were talking about Bobby Brown. He was on Club Shay Shay. Y'all go watch Bobby Brown video. Y'all know that's our era of people. And Bobby sitting there looking like, according to Raquel, Cedric the Entertainer and TD Jakes. And he doing great things. He doing great. And I love that for Bobby. But I appreciate you all. We have been here for 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 57 seconds. It has been a great time. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, but I will ask that you come back by here tomorrow night. It's 10 o'clock tomorrow. Come back here tomorrow night at 10 for the open love discussion. The topic, does size matter? The topic is for women and for men, and we're going to discuss it. And I appreciate you all. So if nobody has anything else, I only have my one song tonight, 3 minutes long. If y'all don't mind, if you enjoyed the content tonight, conversation, drop me a couple of traffic lights, cars, anything. It don't have to be anything related to car, because you all are a traffic jammer. If you did subscribe to this channel, if you did not subscribe to this channel, please do so by hitting the notification bell and the subscribe button. You're welcome to always share this live, any of my lives out. You're welcome to all is welcome. As long as you come in good fun, positive energy. Everyone is welcome. This is not the space for gossip. This is not the space for fighting. This is not the space for the bullshit. This is the space for happiness, love, joy, and peace. And so with that being said, I'm going to ask that you all have a great night. Thank you for coming out, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. If I can figure out how to end my live stream, y'all. Good night, y'all.
Breaking through the static, no filter, no breaks. Opinionated news, yeah, we're raising the stakes. Truth on the move, no sleep. slowing us down. We're jamming the traffic, taking over the town. You hit that button, now you're in the ride. No detours here, we're shifting the tide. Like it, share it, spread the fire. Subscribe today, take the movement higher. No stop signs, no red lights. We're jamming the traffic, turn up the mic. Headlines roll, but we cut through the spin. Loud and clear, let the real talk begin. Thanks to you, we're breaking the mold. Opinionated news, fearless and bold. You hit that button, now you're in the ride. No detours here, we're shifting the tide. Like it, share it, spread the fire. Subscribe today, take the movement higher. No stop signs, no red lights. We're jamming the traffic, turn up the mic. No backing down, no slowing the pace. We flood the streets with truth and grace. Every click, every view, every voice, every stand. Together we rise hand in hand. So here's to you, the fearless, the proud. Opinionated news, we're speaking loud. Jamming the traffic, breaking the chain. Like, share, subscribe, let's do it again. Turn up the mic. Headlines roll, but we cut through the spin. Loud and clear, let the real talk begin. Thanks to you, we're breaking the mold. Opinionated news, fearless the mic. No backing down, no slowing the pace. Slowing the pace, slowing the pace. We flood the streets with truth and grace. Truth and grace. Every click, every view, every voice, every stand. Together we rise hand in hand. So here's to you, the fearless, the proud. Opinionated news, we're speaking loud. Jamming the traffic, breaking the chain. Like, share, subscribe, let's do it again.